You ever been scrolling and just get stuck on a video of something being crushed? Yeah, you're not alone. Today, we're going to break down the anatomy of one of those satisfying crush videos to figure out the hidden science and, the artistry that makes them so weirdly irresistible. And look, this fascination, it's not just some random quirk. It's a really carefully engineered experience that kind of taps right into our psychology. And it all boils down to this one simple question. Why is watching something get destroyed on purpose so darn satisfying? Let's break down the formula. So, just like any great performance, a satisfying crush starts by setting the stage. And this initial setup, it's absolutely crucial for building up the tension that makes that final impact feel so, rewarding. And here they are, the stars of our show. On one side, you've got the raw, unstoppable force of an industrial hydraulic press. And on the other, a small, colorful bar of soap. It's just so delicate and fragile. It's this insane contrast, right? Immense power versus complete vulnerability. You know exactly what's about to happen, and honestly, that's the whole point.
Even the background matters here. This isn't happening in some chaotic junkyard. It's a clean, almost sterile modern workshop. That controlled setting turns what could be random destruction into something that feels more like a deliberate, scientific experiment. It lets us focus all of our attention right on the main event, and that just amplifies the satisfaction. And then, the action starts. But it starts so slowly. The super deliberate, measured descent of that press is just a masterclass in building suspense. You can feel the tension building with every single millimeter it lowers. This pacing is what turns a split-second action into a real moment of heart-pounding drama. Okay, so all of that anticipation builds to this one single explosive moment, the impact. This is the sensory payoff we've all been waiting for, and it's designed to hit us on a bunch of different levels. So first, you get that initial fracture. That's the moment the solid soap bar just gives in to all that pressure. We see the cracks spider-webbing across the surface, and you can almost feel that satisfying snap as its entire structure just fails. That right there, that's the release of all that tension we've been building. But it doesn't just break, does it? No, it goes through a complete and total transformation. This thing that was a solid, structured object a second ago is just annihilated, dissolving into this fine, smooth powder. And that journey from order into this new kind of beautiful form of chaos, that's what makes it so deeply satisfying to watch. And what all of this is doing really is tapping into that whole ASMR effect. That pleasant tingling sensation that gives you a feeling of deep calm and satisfaction? The visual of the cracking and the sound you imagine of the crush, those are the keys to this really powerful sensory reward. And it's all about those tiny details, right? That shimmering cloud of fine dust particles, the realistic texture of the powder. These little things create an experience that feels tangible, almost immersive. You're not just watching something happen. It feels like you're right there, watching every tiny detail of the transformation. Okay, so we have the event itself, but that's only half the story. The way it's presented is just as important. This isn't some random cell phone video, it's a carefully crafted piece of cinema. The satisfaction we're feeling, it's been engineered using some very specific filmmaking choices. And the toolkit they use is super precise. The close-up shot, that pulls us right into the heart of the action. Dramatic lighting carves out all the textures and shadows, making it feel epic. Slow motion stretches out that tiny moment of impact into this breathtaking event we can actually see. And the smooth camera movement, it just guides our eye, making sure we don't miss a single satisfying detail. And to top it all off, the whole thing is filmed in stunning 4K. That crazy level of detail isn't just for show, it's essential. It makes sure that every crack, every single dust particle, every little bit of texture is perfectly clear. That's what makes the whole thing feel so incredibly real and impactful. So, you take the perfect setup, the sensory payoff, and the cinematic craft. You combine all of that, and you get more than just a cool video. You get a repeatable formula for going viral. This stuff doesn't happen by accident. It's a meticulously crafted recipe for a viral sensation. So let's put that recipe all together. You start with that stark contrast, power versus fragility. Then you build anticipation with a really slow pace. You deliver a multi-sensory payoff that's designed for ASMR. You film it all with cinematic techniques like slow-mo and close-ups, and you capture every detail in hyper-realistic 4K. And the result? That viral short video style that has us all completely hooked.
And that leaves us with this pretty big question. We've just seen how every single element of these videos is engineered to get a specific emotional and sensory response from us. So, if we can manufacture satisfaction this precisely, what does that mean for what we watch next? And for the media that, in turn, kind of consumes us? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me.